The story of CIA placing a mole in its enemies' forces is not new. CIA's web of espionage is not hidden from anyone. In fact, it has given rise to an entirely new genre of literature. Hello and welcome to TFIGlobal, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I am your host Ananya Sharma. Let's begin. This time too, the US and its allies are at work to destroy the Russian mercenary group Wagner. A man who claims to be a former fighter of Russia's Wagner Group has been given asylum by Norway. Andey Medvedev illegally crossed the border into Norway seeking protection from Putin's regime. Medvedev has accused the Wagner Group of brutality and added that Russian prisoners have been recruited without their consent to fight in Moscow's wars. The news brings up a lot of suspicions to conclude that this man is a NATO mole in the Wagner Group. His mission was to document their strategy and future plans. Since it is impossible to place a mole in the impregnable Russian army, Wagner is an easy target. But why Norway? Because unlike other Western countries, which are quite active in circulating propaganda against the Kremlin, Norway is a neutral nation. It has good ties with both Russia and Ukraine. So suspicion would not be placed on the credibility of this so-called whistleblower. The West's strategy here is to destroy the credibility of the Wagner Group through Medvedev, who leveled many baseless allegations. Since the Russian group has successfully managed to annihilate the US and Europe's dominance in Africa, Asia, Latin America, the West, led by NATO, is after its image. Wagner is actively involved in the Central African Republic. In fact, it provides security to its president. Strategically important countries like Mali have sought the assistance of Wagner in eliminating Islamist and insurgent groups. Similarly, in Syria, Wagner has averted the nefarious purpose of the US and Europe. In Latin America too, Wagner is present in Venezuela and other nations. Seeing that their fortress of hegemony crumbling, Biden, Macron and Lane's ploy here is to destroy the image of the Wagner Group. In addition, it also wants to create a threat perception among those countries which are looking to seek its services. Since the West is a master of misinformation against Kremlin's forces, it wants to create fear in the minds of nations that if they invite Wagner into their territories, then it will impose sanctions on them in future. Therefore, the narrative crafted by Andey Medvedev is an outright lie. Earlier, the US attempted to prevent the rise of Russia through diplomatic and political means, including sanctions. When that didn't work, they planted a spy so that the lie by the Wagner Group as a barbaric military organization is turned into truth. However, the West's ploy will eventually be uncovered.